appreciate you all tuning in. So for today, I want to talk specifically about teens. So parents of teens or caregivers or loved ones who are around teens and their anger. So when they are frustrated, upset, or acting out. Today I want to share tips around what is typically behind that anger or acting out, and what the key is for you as a parent or a trusted adult to figure out what's really going on. So most of the time when teens are angry or frustrated or acting out, it is because they are not getting something that they want. So that's not rocket science, right? They're not getting something that they want, but it might be different from what you are thinking. So the first thing is respect. So they get irritated when they feel like you aren't respecting them, right? So they assume that you don't think they deserve your respect, and then that makes them feel defensive or less than. So if you can try to show some respect when you are interacting with your teen in terms of respecting their opinions, their voice, their feelings, even if you don't agree with it, right? So that's respect. The next thing is space. So sometimes they may get upset if they are not getting physical and emotional space from you, right? So sometimes they might just need a little time alone to process a particular situation, and then they may be all right. They may be able to resolve it themselves. And as they get older, they may not find it comfortable or comforting for you to physically try to soothe them or physically try to comfort them by giving them a hug or patting them on the shoulder or holding their hand. They may not want that physical interaction when they are upset or when they're trying to process something. So giving them physical and emotional space. The next thing, validation. So this, we all know, even as adults, we want validation, whether we want to admit it or not. Like, it feels good for someone to agree with what we're saying, to acknowledge what we're saying, to realize what work went into our deliverable. If we are working professionals, like, that acknowledgement feels good. So that validation is sometimes what your teen is looking for. So we know that as teens, their emotions can be intense and they can fluctuate as well, right? So what they are looking for is understanding from you and acceptance, in that you are acknowledging that what they're feeling is real to them, right? Even if you don't think they should be upset, you might not agree with their feelings, but you're understanding and accepting that what they're feeling is real for them and it is valid. The next thing, provisions and peers. So if your teen is feeling like they're not getting access to have fun with their peers, that can be upsetting to them, right? So in order to hang out with their peers and do things that they want to do outside of the home, what do they need from you? They need some funds, right? They need some money. So they need your money. They may need your car, right, to be able to spend time with their peers. And as teens, this is where they're looking for the most of their feelings around acceptance and belonging is going to come from their friends, their peers, not from you as the primary source of that. right? So if they're not getting, access to the peers, then this can cause them to be angry and frustrated with you as the parent. So what I want to talk about in terms of what you can do as the parent, I think it's pretty simple, but I mean, you have to remember to do it and be conscious of it. So the key is to pause and connect with what you think is behind the angry actions or the upset and frustrated actions from your teen. So you might think about the things that I've discussed today when they are upset and see which one of those, or maybe it's multiple things that your teen is feeling like they are not getting from you. And then that can help you address the situation and, of course, respond calmly to this particular situation of them being angry or frustrated or upset. So I'll cover those one more time, just listing them out. So your teens may be angry or frustrated if they feel like they're not getting respect from you, they're not getting space, that's physical and emotional, they're not feeling validation from you, and if they're feeling like they don't have access to their peers, so they don't have your support and your funding in terms of being able to hang out and do things that they enjoy with their peers. And the key for you is to pause and figure out what's behind those feelings and then how you can address it going forward in a calm and respectful manner with your team. All right.